Okay, so the picture you just saw is Jools. Jools is the one that we talked about last week, you guys, that has the catchphrase very demure, very mindful, very cutesy. So this thing, as I mentioned, has gone absolutely viral. When Netflix had a category of very demure movies, very cutesy, very mindful movies. Also, Verizon pulled Jools in to do a video. Oh my God, it's all kinds. Southwest, all kinds of people and companies and brands have gravitated toward Jools because of this phrase that Jools came up with. But this is the tea, you guys. Over the weekend, someone by the name of Jeffrey, I think the last name is Benjamin, went and trademarked that phrase, so everything stops. Honey, trademark, very demure, very cutesy, very mindful. Netflix since then has pulled that category off their website, off their app. Verizon has pulled the commercial. Southwest has pulled the commercial because no one can use that phrase now, even Jools, because it has been trademarked by somebody else. And so Jools did a video, and I can't put the video in here because YouTube will flag me for putting a video inside of a video that's not mine. Was just devastated because Jools' whole goal was to help family and friends. Who's not going to help family and friends if we become famous or we become rich? I'm going to help as many people as I know to help. But everything has just absolutely come to a halt because of that. I think Jools was on Congratulations or Drag Race with RuPaul, all of those different things. Let me tell you something, honey. You have to look at this, you guys. This is what came to my mind. While you're waiting on success, get all the knowledge you can get. Hear me. I'm going to be rich, honey. Say it with me. We're going to be rich. I am absolutely going to be rich. There is, I know it, I feel it, I speak it. I'm going to be rich. And I've been told that as well. So, in the process of me waiting for my moment, whenever that moment is coming, and it's going to come real soon, for that moment to come, what I need to do is make myself knowledgeable about the area of success that I'm going to be walking into. So I'm a comedian. So I need, and through research, I need an entertainment lawyer. You can't go get any old regular lawyer or whatever. When you are in the entertainment industry, which is what I will be classified under, you need an entertainment lawyer. You need a finance person. So I have a finance person in place that will handle my finances, that knows how to read contracts. They know how to write contracts, honey. They know how to break contracts down to find clause in contracts, and is able to tell me if a contract is good or not. I have another person that is absolutely excellent in taxes. Phenomenal. Knows tax laws like the back, honey, of her hand. She knows some tax laws. I got 2 security guards, 2 bodyguards already on deck, y'all. So when I become famous, ain't nobody gonna jump on my back, or whatever. I have I Love to Giggle. I have the EIN for I Love to Giggle. I have the LLC for I Love to Giggle 2. I Love to Giggle 2, and I Love to Giggle 2 for the LLC, and also I'm going to get I Love to Giggle 2 trademark before I go out here and make shirts and cuts and all of those different things, because somebody smarter than you will come up. Now, I'm not saying what this person did was right. It was absolutely evil and wrong, but because they had more information than Jools, they was able to absolutely steal their catchphrase from right up underneath them. Somebody can come and steal your creativity because you don't have the legal things in place. So as soon, I have to find me an entertainment lawyer. That's what I'm researching now. As soon as someone emails me or calls me to say, we want you to do this, thus, and so, before I get caught up and start catching flights, because when it happens, you guys, it always happens so quick. If you look at anybody that came into the entertainment industry or became famous, say that it all happened so fast. But if you don't have key people in place that will know the legal side of it and cover you, you will find yourself played, bamboozled, and hoodwinked, honey. And you can trademark catchphrases. 50 Cent trademark get the strap. A vodka company or a liquor company wanted to use that, and he sold it to them so they will be able to use it. But nobody can put "get the strap" on a t-shirt. Nobody. Bernie Mac has a trademark. Even in his death, it is trademark. "I'll bust your head to the white meat." You cannot put that on a shirt. You cannot. That is his phrase. Even though those are words out the dictionary, he is known for "I'll bust your head to the white meat." He's known for milk and cookies. That's another phrase he has trademarked. So it's unfortunate that this happened to Jools, because Jools just didn't know, but somebody else knew. So my thing to tell you guys is, while you're waiting on your success, while you're waiting on your big moment, while you're waiting on your book to go to the New York bestseller, make sure you have your ducks in order legally, so that nobody can come and stop your success. So they're saying now a trademark does take a while to actually be official. So it is pending. So Jools can get a lawyer and fight it. But by the time you get a lawyer and all that legality, those brands have moved on to somebody else. Not unless somebody decides to come double back, and because of this situation with Jools, decides to do something. But you were right. It hadn't even been 2 good weeks, y'all, maybe 3 at the most. At the most. And someone came and stole it from off of. While you're waiting on success, get all the knowledge. Connect with people. I don't care if you have to Google search it. I even said next week, you guys, you think I'm playing? I'm going to the bank. I'm going to Wells Fargo, Bank of America. I don't think I'm going to do Chase. Wells Fargo and Bank of America. Those are 2 main banks that handles accounts that have millions of dollars. Guess what I'm going to do? Y'all think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, because I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to ask them, if I come in here with a $10 million check, what am I supposed to do with it? It ain't going in no regular checking account. It can't go in your credit union. What am I to do with it? So the person that's over finances told me, I just tossed it out to her. The person that was over finances told me, she said they're either going to want you to put it in a Roth account, an IRA, or either a money market. She said, but then you need to know what money market they're putting it in and do your research on that. So I need an attorney in place for all of that stuff. I don't know nothing about money markets. I've heard of Roth and IRAs, but I don't know about all of that. She said, because that type of money is not going to go in a regular checking account where I can just take my little debit card and get to swiping it. They're going to want to put it into something, but you want to make sure they put it into the right thing so you don't end up losing your $10 million. These are questions. What if you become a millionaire today? It's 1:30 where I'm at. What time is it? It's 1:31 p.m. and you get a call and you become a multi-millionaire at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What do you have in place? Before I would even go to the bank, I'm going to sit down with my lawyer. What do I need to do? What's the process? I'm rich. I just came from being poor, and I'm rich. And I think people don't know that transition. It reminds me of the song that Biggie made when he said, the more money we have, the more problems. And we're thinking, at just being average working people, we're thinking, give me the money. But if you get the money, do you know how to keep the money? Or can someone come and grab it from you because you don't even know what to do with it? It could be something simple as, do you even have a checking account? Or do you have those little cards? That's not going to work when it comes to millions of dollars. I want to give my family money. How do I do that? Do I just hand them $100,000? I doubt very seriously I can go to the bank and say, let me get $500,000 because I want to give all my kids $100,000. I doubt very seriously I can walk in the bank and do that. There's a process to that. But those are things you need to talk out with a lawyer, trust funds and all of that. So Jools, maybe something good will come behind this. Maybe it's not all lost, but you better have the knowledge, especially when you're saying and you know things that you're doing. Eventually, one day you're going to be rich behind it. Get you some information, baby, because there's some snakes out there that's ready to just destroy people for no reason whatsoever, you guys. That is so unfortunate. But get the knowledge while you're waiting on it. So you guys, now we here. I told y'all, Braxton Family Values, Season 8. Honey. Ooh, let me take a sip of my Starbucks for this one here. So Tracy is gone. And they've all been in therapy. And I think Tamar and her mom, that's the first picture I showed, Tamar and her mom, are having a cooking show now. So they're in, Miss E got a lot of stuff going on. She has utensils for the kitchen, like spoons and stuff that have, I think her slogan is, look at God. She has that on there. Tamar's been working with her in the kitchen. Tony has been on a new, she's in Las Vegas with Cedric the Entertainer. It's called Love and Laugh. So she's been doing that. They have a residency in Las Vegas, and actually they asked them to go longer, I think to the end of the year. So that's super exciting. Tawanda's still in a relationship with her boyfriend. Her kids are growing up and everything. Everything looks like it's going pretty good for her. She did come out and say that she had alopecia, and that's why her hair is, why she's bald now. I thought at first she cut her hair because of Tracy. But I think they initially all cut their hair because of Tracy, because I remember a moment that Toni Braxton was bald-headed as well. But she soon, after a while, let it grow back. I just thought Tawanda was, you know, letting it go on longer, you know, as to show support for Tracy even after her death. But come to find out that she has alopecia. So, but Tawanda has been in a couple of movies and directed some stuff that's on Tubi. Honey, don't slip on Tubi. Honey, Tubi is the stuff, honey. Y'all better check out Tubi with their little movies, and they're starting to get some more A-list, well, B-list actors in some of this stuff. Now, before that, honey, Tubi was a hot atrocity, honey. But some of it was funny, too. But, honey, now they come up a little bit because people have got hip to Tubi. So now Tubi is the like the little spot if you want to be in like a little movie. I wouldn't mind being in a little Tubi movie. Tubi, hit me up, y'all. I got a little time. I can get on down there to Atlanta because that's where they film most of their movies anyways. So we got that going on. And then we have this here. Trina and Vince. No, Trina and Vaughn. Let me tell you something. I follow Trina on Instagram. And, you know, Trina got remarried because Gabe, her husband, first husband, passed. Well, he wasn't her husband at the time. But they were divorced. But her used-to-be husband passed away, I think in 2018 or something like that. And so she married Vaughn. So I follow Trina on Instagram. And every Monday at 7:05, they come on and they do a cooking show. Now, a lot of people, you guys, and we just gonna spill the tea, don't like Vaughn. They think he's smug. They think he's mean. They think he's too nonchalant. They think he's demeaning. They think he talks down to Trina. And they just really don't like him, to be honest. And Trina's more bubbly, outgoing, whatever. So you got these total polar opposites here. But she seems to love Vaughn. Now, for me, Vaughn did not bother me per se because I grew up with someone that's like Vaughn. Vaughn reminds me of my dad in some area. Very nonchalant, wasn't a jokey type person, just real smug, has a tendency to be a little snippy, but my daddy was never demeaning. Well, yeah, he was. So he reminds me of Vaughn. So when people were going off about Vaughn and what they didn't like about him, he didn't bother me because that's my normal. If that makes sense to you, that's what I'm used to. is a man like Vaughn. But it was some situations. So in last week's episode, you guys, and it came on Friday. Why am I leaning in like we really talking? That came on Friday morning. Well, I watched it Friday morning on All Black, but it's on WeTV. Trina mentioned to Spirit, the lady, and this is Spirit, you guys. Mentioned to Spirit, the counselor, that when Gabe passed away, her and Vaughn were in a relationship for about a year, and Vaughn got jealous and upset because she was crying over her ex. He had an issue with that. I guess Trina went into some type of explaining to him why she was upset. I think Vaughn took it as, if you're crying like that over that man, then you must still be in love with him and have some type of feelings for him. And so he was upset about it and basically was like, hey, if you're going to keep crying over him, I'm going to be gone. So they worked past that. Skirt! Hold up. Yeah? Rewind. Let me tell you something. When you get married, now they weren't married at the time, but when it says in sickness and in health, the health don't always mean between you two. Sometimes the health could be your mom is sick and I need you to support me. The partner supports that person. It could be your kids are sick. It could be your dad is sick. It could be your ex-husband is sick or ex-wife is sick or something, that has your children, or even if they don't have their children. She had been with Gabe for some years. I think it was like 14 or 16 something years she had been with Gabe. So when Gabe passed away, of course she was going to be upset. But I just thought it was weird. Like, really, dude, you was mad about her crying over her ex and she had been with him for like 16 years? Like, that didn't click for me. Really? I just could not believe that would have been an issue. I guess I've never been in that before, but the insensitivity, that's just insensitive to me. Like, me and my ex-husband, as much as hell as we have been through, you guys, me and my ex-husband, if he was to, and he's remarried and has been for years and have a wonderful wife, but if he was to die tomorrow, God forbid, honey, I absolutely would be crying. I absolutely would be crying. I would be crying. I'm single now, but even if I had a mate, I would be crying. And you better balls understand, me and this man have been together for like 24 years. Like, you better not tell me I can't cry or threaten to leave me because I'm crying. So now I have to hide my grief because you got a problem because you think I'm still in love with him because I'm crying? Are you serious? Like, I love him. I'm not in love with him, but I love him. We have been together for 24 years. This is the father of all four of my children. We had some great times. We still have conversations now. Like, are you serious? When I went to Alabama, you guys, I went for a funeral, but it was his mother. It was his mom. And I went to not just support him, but to support mainly my children, because they never had a grandparent that passed away. So I went to support them, but then he was being supported as well. His wife was there. We all sat on the same row at the funeral. Now I'm way on the other end, but the kids sat by their dad and we were there. When we went to the repast, she spoke to me. She said, hey, Sherry. I said, how you doing? It's no issue. After the repast, they all went back to his mom's house. And he had told me, like, she already said she doesn't mind if you come, after over to my mom's house. Now me, because I know boundaries, I'm not going to do that. That used to be my family. I'll be there at the services, but I wasn't going to go afterwards like that because that's his space. But my kids went there, and his kids, our kids went to, over to the house. But how dare you be upset? Because maybe I'm looking at this differently, y'all. Tell me if I'm wrong. So she felt some type of way. And then when Tracy passed away, she was really grieving Tracy, and he put the two together. Like, you cried over Tracy the way you cried over Gabe. I'm like, oh my God, bruh, really? So that's just not the only thing, you guys. So they have Vaughn and Trina have a show that they do on their own. I think it's called Couples and Coffee or something along that line. I have to look it up. I'm gonna put it down in link in the description box. So this is what brought it all to a head. So him and her were having their little podcast and they were talking, and he was y'all, he was being so mean to her. He was like, "No, you said that. I didn't say that." Like going back and forth with her about how she was talking about the situation with Spirit. She brought that to her podcast, and he was very demeaning to her, y'all. He was very demeaning to her. He was snippet. He was all in his phone like, "Yeah, nah, I ain't say that. You said that." And then she was like, you know how you not trying not to clock on somebody because the people's looking, but you kind of look down like, okay. And then he said, "Well, you gonna keep talking? You got these people on here. If you ain't gonna keep talking, I mean, you're looking at the ground, keep carrying on. If not, we can turn this camera off." Because I said, "Oh, hecky now." I said, "What?" And the people in the comments like, "You mean, why is you doing her like that?" Like, he was cutting up, y'all. And I was shocked, but yet not shocked, because whatever you do in the dark gonna come to the light. Whatever you do in the dark gonna come to the light. You can't hide the real you for long. It's going to come out. And when it comes out, it's gonna come out ugly. So I saw that demeaning. When I said he reminds me of my dad, that's not a good trait. But it was hidden on the cooking show. It was hidden on when he was in Braxton Family Values, the other seasons. But now that she has mentioned his name in that show, he got an issue, baby, and that thing came out on that podcast. I was embarrassed for her. I said, my God. And you could see she didn't want to argue with him. And she was like, "Well, yeah, I just know, she trying to make peace because his looks, baby, can't be me." See, that's why I'm over here single, baby, because I done been through too much. If you cut up on me, baby, I'm going to show all the way out. We going to do it. Y'all going to get a full blast of this right here. You going to see the niggers in Sherry, honey, and you have never seen that in me. But it's there. And she could pop out and pop out hard. Girl, be calling me Shay Shay. That's that other side, baby. Y'all, I'm going to put that link down there and let y'all go watch it. It was bad. It was embarrassing. And I like Trina. And this is, I'm not saying that sometimes people can kind of be verbally abusive. And people don't realize a knock across the head will heal. And the little bump is gone or what have you. But verbal abuse is bad. It's something about verbal abuse and demeaning type talking to make you feel like you're insignificant. It's a whole that's that mental, that's a whole nother thing. And baby, when I saw that, I said, oh, this how you really is. But I can't say she can do what she want. But honey, no ma'am. No ma'am, no sir. Honey, I like we had a flashback. Y'all watch it and tell me what y'all think. If y'all think I'm overdoing it, please, I can take it if you don't agree with me. But honey, that type shenanigan, we don't, y'all, no. And if you don't know how to act, baby, listen, I'm Trina Braxton. You can go. Because that Braxton name holds weight anyways. You ain't got to be in the cooking show with me. We can still be married, but this is my cooking show. You ain't got to be in the kitchen with me if you ain't going to know how to act right. You don't have to be on the podcast with me if you don't know how to talk right. Baby, I'll bring in some guests and watch that thing flourish without you before I let you sit there and talk demeaning to me. I don't have time for that. I'm too old for that type of carrying on. And some of the things I went through in my past relationship, one-time deal, honey. Do you say that? I hate to put my finger in your face. One-time deal. Never again. Because I would sit over here, honey, like that lady from Poetic Justice that said, all I do is rest and dress because love don't live here no more. Baby, I would sit here by myself in peace and happiness and speak positivity into my own life before I link with someone that's going to be demeaning to me. No way. And I don't believe that thing just started. It was always there. It was always there. You don't hide nothing. But y'all got to watch that, baby. Listen. I said, I got to keep on paying my premium for All Black so I can see these episodes. So, honey, y'all listen. Do what you need to do, honey, but don't let nobody be talking crazy to you because we ain't for that. Okay? If you don't know how to talk right, shut your mouth till you get your lips together right and have a good, decent, positive, uplifting conversation, honey. So you guys, thanks for tuning in for the You Say What show. We're going to come back this week, honey, with another story, you guys. So you guys go ahead and click the bell for notifications. Give the video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel. Hello, all my new subscribers. It's only a couple of you, but honey, thank God for you. And also follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, you guys. Also, Mississippi. We will be down there September 13th through the 15th, you guys. We're going to be at Kay's Meal Prep. And we're also going to be at, what is it called? The Big Apple Inn. And we're going to be at the other place that serves chicken on a stick. And I don't know the name of it, but we'll put it down in the description box. So if you're down in the Jackson, Mississippi area, or either Meriden, Mississippi, or Flowood, Mississippi, come holler at me, you guys. And we'll talk to you next time, you guys. Peace.